Hey Scorpio, this is Alicia with Twisted Tarot, here to do your March 2019 Twin Flame Tarot reading. Thank you everyone for all your likes, shares, subscribes, comments, everything. You guys are amazing. You make my channel so much fun. And I love getting to know you guys as the collective and bringing in your energy and hearing what you have to say, your stories. They're so interesting and I super love it. So thank you so much for all your support. For those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. I am an intuitive tarot card reader. So what that means is if you see a traditional tarot card and I say something slightly different from how you learn the tarot or how you watched other YouTube YouTube subscribers, YouTube channels, how they read tarot, just know that I'm an intuitive reader. So I try to take in all the messages from the traditional tarot on top of the intuitive messages I'm receiving from the card when I flip it over and what they're telling me to tell you, what the divine is giving me, the messages for you. So I try to incorporate both into my readings. What else? It is general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. It is, different messages are going to come out for different people. There are tons of Scorpios in this world, so I'm sure that, sometimes when I'm reading, there are like 5 or 6 messages in that card, and it takes me forever to get through the card because I have to give all those messages, and I try to get as many out as possible. But if you're not receiving messages in my readings, if it doesn't resonate with you, you can always book me for a personal reading. That is the best way to get messages personal to your situation, or you can check out any of the other amazing tarot readers that are on YouTube. So also the roles can reverse. So in this video it's meant to be your energy, the next video is your twin's energy, but remember you are one soul, and so sometimes it can completely flip. You can find pieces of yourself in each reading, pieces of your twin in each reading, about what you're going through, what they're going through, and sometimes things pop out just kind of fluidly throughout the whole, between the 2 readings. So highly recommend watching both videos because you can get tons of stuff out of it. I know that I do, and I even have to go back and watch them, and even for myself, and go, oh, okay, that's what they were trying to tell me. My reading can be talking about a past situation, it could be talking about a present situation, it could be talking about a future situation, and it may not make sense right now. So keep that in mind because it may not yet have happened, or it is the past. So I am a very complex reader or complicated reader, however you want to look at it, and so that does happen. What else? I think that's pretty much it. All right, Scorpio, let's get into your energy. I'm going to clear out the energy, and then we're going to get into your reading and give you the messages for you and your twin. So if you're wearing headphones, you might want to take them off. It can get kind of loud. Awesome. Okay. Beautiful. These are astrological cards. Spirit helps me take 2. These cards are the signs of what your twin's possible twin sign that you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be. If your twin sign does not come out here, it doesn't mean that this reading can't be for you. Again, it is a general reading. But if the signs do come out, it may be more specific. Those messages may pop out way more for you, and it may be more relevant to your situation. So just keep that in mind. All right, Scorpio. Who is your twin? Oh, another Scorpio. Okay, interesting. Okay. All right, Scorpio. Who else? Who is your other sign? Could be your other sign of your twin. Aquarius. Okay. All right. Aquarius. Beautiful. All right, so you could be dealing with another Scorpio or an Aquarius. Mutual energy between you and your twin is the 4 of Pentacles reversed. So I feel like this is this kind of opening up to the connection, possibly being more open to this connection, being open to work on this connection, not holding back as much, because the 4 of Pentacles upright is holding back. It's an energy of kind of holding on to what we have and just kind of being miserly, sometimes even with money, with finances. This could be a change in finances for both of you or one of you. It is mutual energy, so it really is talking about, to me, from what I can feel from the card, the connection itself. So Something about the connection may have changed. Something may have evolved, or one or both of you is starting to open up more to this connection and maybe give it a chance. Maybe before you were kind of like, I don't know about this, but now maybe you and your twin, or your twin, or both, are thinking about putting in the work, okay, for some of you, and opening up to the connection in each other. Beautiful. I do clarify all the tarot cards at the end of the reading, y'all, so that's just my first impressions, and then we'll clarify at the end. All right, Scorpio. All right, you have visionary. That's beautiful. So this is being able to see things before they happen. This is also doing what I do and enjoying your work. So you may be palm reading, you may be a tarot reader, you may be a psychic, you may be in the metaphysical areas. And so a lot of you already have this gift, or they're telling you that you do have it, whether you know it or not, possibly to kind of foresee futuristic events, having visions, also envisioning what you want within your life, and kind of moving forward to that. It's almost like it's not only just seeing and feeling it intuitively. It's also actually looking out at the 3D world and kind of going like, well, where do I want to go from here? Like, what path do I want to take? This could be with a job. This could be with a relationship. It could be with many different things. If you are doing what I do for work and turning it into like a business like I did, it is telling you that you enjoy what you do, and it's not just for the sake of the money. Like the money's nice, and you may depend on it, or you may just do it kind of as a side job. I hate when people call what we do a hobby, because a hobby for me, yes, is something that we're passionate about and things like that. You can turn a hobby into a business. And it can still feel like a hobby. You can still feel such beautiful energy when you're doing it, and like you're creating something and helping, and you're in your zone where you're supposed to be, and you're utilizing the gifts the universe gives you. So what I do is not a hobby, and for some of you, that's the difference between having a business and kind of just doing it for fun on the side. But not necessarily. They can all be in one. They can all be combined into one, and so they can still be making you money. It's not your primary goal necessarily, or you're not fixated on it for a lot of you, which is beautiful energy. Because I feel like once you become so focused on the money part of it, you can lose your passion for it. It can almost burn out for some of us. So very beautiful energy you guys are in. That's awesome. Okay, we have Moonstone, symbolizes mystery and intuition. Yeah, so in order to get visions at night, you can sleep with Moonstone under your pillow. It is a beautiful stone here. I have a couple here that I work with my cards, with my decks. That's rose quartz. So yeah, this could be helping you with your intuition, and maybe you're trying to solve a mystery. Maybe you're trying to figure out where you want to go, or you're trying to have vivid dreams, or figure out like your life goals or your path, maybe even on this twin flame journey as well for some of you. I'm going to read from the book a little bit because I love the way this book talks about these cards. I do understand the surface of most of them now, because I've kind of gone through this deck for almost all 12 signs now. We have 4 signs left, but I did it for the last 12 signs for February, I believe. So it's a beautiful deck. It's called Angel Dreams Oracle Cards. All right, let's see what they have to say about Moonstone. Yeah, it's associated with the lunar cycles as well. So you may be tracking your cycles. You may be tracking your, or you may just kind of follow them and do rituals and things like that around different moon cycles. This card is asking you to take time to observe the mysteries around and within you, such as your dreams, intentions, and relationship to the world. Work on honing your psychic skills. Deepen your intuitive understanding of the sacred through travel, study, connecting with mystical sites, spiritual workshops, observing nature, and discovering the god or goddess within. Moonstone is an enhancer of clairvoyance. This gem represents the high priestess, keeper of feminine mysteries and intuition. As you might expect, Moonstone resonates with the moon. It is asking you to connect with your emotions, open up to the deeper meanings and inner workings of life. Take time to delve into your intuitive state. This card also asks you to become attuned to the cycles of the moon. Notice its phases. Chart how they affect your body. Moonstone stimulates the functioning of the pineal gland, balancing the hormonal cycles and balancing the hormonal cycles with nature's rhythms. So check your, if you're feeling a little bit wacky with emotions, could be the moon. The new moon or the full moon was just in Libra, so it's talking about justice. I would watch the Aquarius video as well for February, because that may resonate with you as well if you have a moon sign in Aquarius. Check your moon sign for February and March. If these videos are not resonating with you guys, I'm sorry, I forgot to say that, because I found that because we're in such an intuitive time, because we were just in Pisces, we were just coming out of Pisces season and we're going into Aries season. Those are going to be really relevant to you guys. So check out your moon sign if this doesn't resonate for your sun sign. All right, so moonstone is associated with archangels Haniel, Hermiel, Raguel, and Raziel. I would look those up if you're interested. I don't go that much into detail in the general readings. Work with moonstone for revelation of your past lives during dream time. Remember to extend compassion to yourself and others, especially at this time. Unblock and enhance communication with your beloved. Yeah, if you're having some communication issues, you could also use moonstone for this. You are receiving help with the changes in your life on the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. Connect with your clairvoyant, clear-seeing, and clairsentient, clear-feeling abilities. So yeah, if you feel something and you see it, or vice versa, or both, they're trying to get you to pay attention to that. Also, if your hormones may be out of whack, you might want to get them checked. If you're having some real emotional, and you can track them by the moon, especially a week before your period, talk with your doctor, because sometimes that has to do with conditions like I have, PMDD. So check that out. For some of you, you may need to do that. If you're just not sure why the hell you're feeling crazy and emotional at certain times during the moon cycles. Next card is patience. They want you to have some type of patience with this, maybe patience within communication, within your connection, patience with cultivating your vision for yourself, connecting to your emotions, and with this clairvoyance, this clairsentience, and clairaudience. Okay. So we have the Eight of Cups reversed. So you haven't walked away from something. You're still patiently waiting for something or someone. So it's kind of like here, the moon is relevant here. We've got the moon again in this card. So I feel like for some of you, you have been possibly doing rituals or praying by new moons or full moons and things like that, and kind of you're still, and emotions may be high because this Eight of Cups is reversed. They may have been spilled, so you may just be feeling uber emotional. Okay, it could be that this is for 8 months that you've been feeling this way. Maybe you're pregnant and it's 8 months and 9 months, and you're like, oh my gosh, when is this baby gonna come? My emotions are crazy. For some of you, but others of you, it's just having patience with yourself during a time where I feel like you're emotional, and others may be emotional as well. Cobweb, protected from negative forces beyond your control. Okay, so that's beautiful. So for a lot of you, they're telling you that you are protected, protected from forces beyond your control. Very beautiful energy. Okay, that's awesome. So that's good, and that could be why why you're just patiently waiting for something. Why you're still kind of, I feel like waiting for a lot of you. This is waiting for. It doesn't normally mean this with this card, but I'm being told that. So it's just patiently waiting. It's working through your emotions. It's connecting with the cycles of the moon. It's kind of getting yourself back to feeling emotionally stable. So for some of you, you just may not be feeling emotionally stable within this connection. And they want you to have some type of patience with yourself and with what's happening right now. And there are negative forces beyond your control. I feel like, again, this could be the moon that is causing that for you too as well. So if you're not having any hormone issues and you're a man, you can still have them, but this doesn't apply. It's just telling you that there are some forces around you that are negative, that may be pulling you into this emotional direction and maybe causing you some to feel out of sorts in that way, or others around you, but they want you to know that you're being protected from them. So it's beautiful. Twin flame message. Lying was just easier for me than telling you the truth. Okay. So could be that you were lying to yourself, you were lying to your twin, maybe you were denying that this connection was anything special when you knew that it was. And maybe they're telling you, you know, be patient with yourself, be patient with what's happening here, because you know, there may be other things outside of you know, whatever happened in this connection, maybe the, you know, the line that may have happened, that, you know, you're still hanging on, you're still here, you haven't walked away fully, you're still holding on. Okay, so and it may have been easier for you just to lie to your twin instead of telling them the truth about the connection or something, and but you haven't let it go, I don't think, for sure. Next card we have is Networker. Okay, but it is reversed. So the shadow attribute conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear or falsehood. Okay, so this is not a judgment. This is just the card came up this way. It is talking about how maybe doing a little bit more research about what you're seeing on social media or what people are telling you, or what you're telling others. You may unintentionally be spreading rumors or lies, or you may be doing it on purpose. And this could be why, you know, this you know, these cups are, you know, spilled over. Maybe you're feeling very emotional and you're reacting and your words are coming from an emotional space, but they could be lies. They could be misperceptions, and you may be coloring someone else's view of someone around you in a negative light, when it's better to just not say anything at all. And that's what they're telling me here for this. So, and it could be that others are trying to spread fear and falsehood around you. This could also be energy around you. So it doesn't necessarily have to be you. It could be someone around you at work, I feel like, that kind of does this. Maybe they spread lies or gossip at the office about you. And, you know, they're saying that this may be out of your control, but you're being protected from it. So try not to feed into that person's BS, okay? Next card is Fire. All right. Transmutation and purification. All right, I love that. So you could have fire in your chart. You could be dealing with a fire sign. Let's see here. This is talking about purifying and kind of getting rid of things that no longer serve you in your life. I always feel like this is like transmuting lower vibrational energies and trying to get you out of them. So if you're feeling low in that way, you may be feeling very passionate about something. You may also be feeling very driven, and it may be your passions are just really high right now too. It could be your emotions as well. So you could also be feeling fiery and snappy and whatnot. Also, that networking card, it did talk about lies. So if you work with this person, and that's your twin, it's possible that some damage was done based on some lying. I feel like it's both ways, though. I feel like that it kind of got started and then it kind of went back and forth, and now it's just kind of like out of control, possibly. There's some emotions involved, of course, with this situation. Fire is the bringer of transmutation. It's time to come out of your cocoon and allow yourself to become that beautiful butterfly. Have courage, burn off the old, allowing the new to enter. Absolutely. You know what needs to be done. It is time to light that inner fire, or the one under your seat. Get busy and take steps to allow this wonderful change to occur. Have courage during this time of transition. Know that all is well. Fire also represents purification, and every transformation and cleansing process takes place. Perhaps it is time to purify your thoughts, actions, relationships, or something else that has become unhealthy. Transmute your old habits. Yeah, if you've got some bad habits that you're trying to break, now's the time. They're trying to light that fire under you to get you to release those and transmute them. This is associated with Archangels Michael and Jophiel. Performing a ceremony or rite would be perfect right now, and you can do that under the full moon with the moonstone, or under the new moon if you want to set intentions and release them. And if you want to release things that no longer serve you, you can wait till the next new moon. Stand in protection of something or someone. Take care of your home and hearth. Take a break from routine. You need some independence right now. Yeah, you guys may be feeling very fiery and independent and just like an Aries right now, just like a fire sign. Or again, you may have fire in your chart. All right, and there's recognition, but it's reversed. Okay, so it's possible that you haven't recognized something about a connection, or something about having patience with this connection. So it's almost like having patience will bring this recognition. It can turn this upright at some point. So this is currently reversed here. So somebody or someone either you or someone else is not quite recognizing something yet. They may not recognize this bad habit. They may not recognize what needs to go from their life. They may not recognize that they need to have patience, or that the universe is telling them to have patience. They may not know who their twin is. They may still be trying to figure that out. They may not, because we're so tied that way, you may not, as a twin flame, you may not even recognize that, something about yourself that you need to change or transmute, okay? Ace of Pentacles. You may not be seeing an opportunity around you. For some of you, you may not be seeing someone who might be offering you this Ace of Pentacles, might be offering you this brand new opportunity, this brand new pentacle. And they're like, you may just be hanging on to some old ways or old habits or emotional patterns that don't serve you anymore. And they may be preventing you from getting into this new energy and being able to either receive or offer someone this pentacle. And it could be because you're not sure who to give it to. A lot of you may not know who your twin is, or, if your twin is a shit show, then, you may not be recognizing someone else around you could be trying to come in. But this is turning down someone's offer too. So you could have turned down an offer from your twin. You could have literally said, I'm not really interested. But, and it could be because you don't recognize what they could be to you. That's for some of you. But it may be that you're just not willing to, at this point, take any offers, okay, or start anything new. Okay, this could be financial too. This could be a job offer as well. You may have turned down a job offer because you're waiting for something better. Because this is the 8 of Cups, but it's reversed. If it's going to say, like, if it was upright, I'd be like, okay, so you may be waiting for something better to come along that is more emotionally fulfilled. For this, I feel like you're like, no, I know it's not going to fulfill me, or it isn't fulfilling me currently, or I'm not feeling so good about it. And you may be like, I'm waiting for something better. Okay. Even if somebody's trying to offer you something. Okay. Arrow. You're on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. Beautiful. We had that, I believe, in the Pisces reading too. So yeah, it may be that you're on the right path, turning this down. Maybe you do recognize something about this connection that you're just like, I don't think maybe it's not healthy. I don't know. For some of you, it's possible that it was a job opportunity, and you're still waiting for someone to recognize you at your job too, to maybe recognize what a good job you do. Maybe you're waiting for that raise, or you've asked for one, and it's possible that it was turned down for some of you. Twin flame message. You've been in my dreams. Oh, of course. Beautiful. All right, next card is prostitute. Now, I never look at this and say, oh, you guys are selling your body for money or whatever, or anything like that. If you are, that's none of my business. You do what you do. But the prostitute is symbolized by... it's basically about surviving and negotiating the power of your spirit, and trying to figure out, like, trying to maybe make money at the same time, doing something that you may be looking for more money. You may be looking to do something that brings you more money, and you're trying to kind of get an idea of what that could be. Maybe you want to be a model, maybe you want to take pictures or act or sing or dance or whatever. And you're trying to figure out a way to kind of make more money doing that, okay? I feel like for some of you, because this woman here is like laying in dollar bills, okay? And they're telling you, be careful of that, because you don't want to negotiate away your spirit into something that only is money and doesn't feed your soul, okay? And it may be a challenge for you surviving right now. You may just be like, oh my gosh, am I going to come up with enough money? Especially if you're a single mother out there or a single father, trying to figure out how you're going to come up with the money for the rent, or how you're going to come up with money for your children's braces or medical expenses for yourself or your kids, etc. So for some of you, it's just a challenge for survival right now. Like, you may not be feeling very confident when it comes to money, or you're trying to produce more so that you can meet all the demands in your life, okay? And I think for some of you, you might want to do a base chakra clearing. You can do a meditation on that. I just sleep to a lot of them because I can't always focus on them, and sometimes I listen to them during the day, but mainly at night. So that might help you feel more secure. Base chakras and root chakras, all about security, ego, money, stability, things like that. Next card is angel, support and guidance, or angels. Yeah, you've got angels around you supporting you and guiding you, okay? So they may be putting you on this path and helping you to kind of lead you towards more money opportunities here. I feel like for a lot of you, okay, yeah, and there's a commitment here. So they are supporting and guiding you towards a commitment, okay? This commitment may, together, you guys may make more money together, and this might be beautiful. It's possible that you aren't recognizing your twin because you're already in another commitment, okay? For some of you, just for some of you, not for all of you. Knight of Swords, okay. Knight of Swords. Or your twin's in a commitment, okay? And maybe they're not recognizing you. Okay, so this Knight of Swords is someone who takes action. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. We have Aquarius here. So it's very possible that maybe this Aquarius wants to take some action to commit to you, but maybe you're not like even aware that this is even happening or that this is your person or whatnot of this opportunity, and you may have turned them down before, rejected them. But I feel like this Knight of Swords, because the way that it falls in this deck is like this Knight is going straight for this Ace of Pentacles, and it looks directly back at it. So maybe somebody wants a commitment with you, wants to offer you that, and then you might recognize the connection, okay? Maybe you haven't recognized it. Maybe you're being patient, and maybe you're just mourning a loss of a connection too. This could have been someone else. Soulmate, whatever, could even be your twin at some point as well, because it feels like past energy here. So this Ace of Pentacles here, I'm feeling like is an opportunity. Somebody's trying to offer an opportunity of commitment, possibly to you, and maybe you're not sure this is the direction you want to go. It's very possible. Door. Opportunities are waiting for you. Okay. Yeah. This is very similar to the Pisces reading. I think we had Scorpio in that one too, so I would check that out, especially if you're dealing with Pisces. Okay, so opportunities are waiting for you. So I feel like there is an opportunity of commitment. Somebody does want to come in and offer you that if they haven't already. It could be your twin. It could be a soulmate at this point. Hard to tell, but this is that mutual energy where somebody's kind of opening up to you. So they maybe want you to open up to them as well. So maybe they're coming right for you to offer you some type of commitment or a new start. And for some of you, you may not be recognizing that, or you're not recognizing that someone else is in a commitment. It could also be your twin. But nonetheless, I feel like this person still is looking back at this opportunity, whether it's you or them, that's still like going, well, should I open that door? So yeah, the opportunity is there. Okay. And I feel like somebody wants to come in if they haven't and offer you their pentacle. Okay. Twin flame message. I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. Okay. So maybe they're like, oh my gosh, maybe this person's like, oh my gosh, you're my twin. Okay, you are so my twin. I know it. I know who you are to me. I want a commitment with you. I want to rush in, and you're like, I need to come to my own conclusions about this and kind of figure out where I stand. And I think for some of you, you're trying to figure out what they mean to you, what this connection means. And I know we all get hung up on, or I try not to get hung up on, and I'm trying to express it in my channel, on the labels. Okay, you could be dealing with a karmic, a soulmate, a twin. Yes, I'm doing twin flame readings, but there's a lot of twins that don't know their other person, that have not met them in the 3D, maybe only in the 5D. There's so many different twin flame relationships and the levels that they're at. There's also twins who are both married, or one's in a commitment, one isn't, So it's all about that balancing and coming together in union, and even just being friends with your twin. That could even be, I'm sure there are that are just, maybe it just got too hard and they just were like, well, let's just stay friends. I love you, whatever, let's hang out. There's lots of stuff that can go on here. Where was I taking that? So I don't want to get hung up on the labels here. So I'm just going to give you the energies, and you fit it how it fits for you guys. Okay. I'll tell you if I feel it specifically for your twin, or if I feel it for a soulmate. If that is what I'm getting, I will express it as well. So, or if that's what the cards are telling me. All right, let's do some clarifying here. I'm very interested. Let's see why this Four of Pentacles is now reversed, okay? All right, why is the Four of Pentacles reversed? High Priestess reversed. Okay, so Four of Pentacles reversed. Somebody's not holding back anymore, and they may be trying to open up, but they may not be even listening to their intuition, or someone in this connection isn't quite getting it, okay? So this High Priestess, she's trying to show you something. Maybe she's trying to get you to recognize a connection here. Maybe by the full moon, you'll see some signs and some symbols around the full moon that could show you exactly what I'm talking about. 8 is here. We've got the infinity symbol specifically. So it's very possible that this High Priestess is like, wake up, and then maybe, you know, and maybe you're just been ignoring this connection or ignoring what your intuition is telling you about a connection or about opening up to another person. So you may have just being stubborn, or maybe you just don't see it yet. Okay, for some of you, I feel like it's this recognition card goes right with this High Priestess, okay? Maybe not recognizing this opportunity. Maybe not recognizing that somebody's open and willing to work on this and wants to offer you a commitment. And maybe that's where I feel like in the middle here, you're like, oh, okay. Like maybe it's unexpected and you weren't expecting it, so maybe it threw you off. Okay, so 8 of Cups here, 8 of Cups reversed. Okay, let's see. Okay, the Hermit. Okay, yeah, I feel like a lot of you are just kind of waiting for this person and kind of going in spiritually, going inside spiritually. We have Virgo here. So it's a very contemplative card. This person is trying to get knowledge. They're trying to become wiser, okay? And this is symbolized, this patience is right above it. And I would say Virgos, when they're in their upright and they're in their beautiful positive energy, they're patient. They are still learning. They're still looking for the guidance. They're still trying to figure out maybe signs and symbols for themselves or their spirituality. Maybe they're coming to a spiritual enlightenment or awakening. For some of you, that could be it too. Okay, and that's where we get that recognition card. So they're wanting you to go within, maybe go into solitude for some of you, remaining single or just doing your own thing. This fire is independent energy. It talked about that. So kind of going within and figuring out your spiritual path, because this guy has a lantern in the traditional tarot and it's lighting his path. So he's letting spirit guide him, okay? And so it's letting spirit guide you on this path, okay? All right, Ace of Pentacles reversed. Why do we have the Ace of Pentacles reversed? Page of Wands. Okay. Okay. So with the Page of Wands here, I feel like this is kind of new energy here for some of you. And you may not see the potential in it. So it's a fire sign energy, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. They could be younger than you, could also be a child. Again, somebody maybe who's musically talented. And maybe you're not recognizing something about this opportunity to pour into that, into their musical abilities or into their gifts. Maybe you're just not sure if you want to take a risk on this person. There's almost like communication here. Like somebody comes in with a teeny tiny offer with this Page of Wands or this teeny tiny little thing, and they have this little wand, and they're kind of maybe a little immature in their mannerisms of offering you this offer. So maybe that's why it was rejected in the past too. For some of you, if it's not talking about a child, because I feel like a lot of you are trying to figure out maybe how to pay for a child to go to music school or get music lessons, or they're very talented. And maybe you want them to get recognition as well. Or maybe you're not recognizing something about how talented they are. Or if you do, you're like, I don't have I just don't have the funds to put towards it, or I just don't see this as an opportunity that you want to invest in. So for some of you, you don't want to invest in this person. Could be a child, but it could also be this communication comes across and it's just, it's not, it may be passionate and fiery, and that maybe that Knight of Swords is bringing that communication to you. But for some of you, I feel like you may turn down this offer. So if and you may not see it as an offer. You may see it as just kind of a weak attempt, okay, for some of you. Maybe an apology, or maybe they just want to, maybe they want to tell you about a commitment that they want either with you, or maybe they're committed to someone else, and you're like, okay, well, we can't be together because obviously you're committed elsewhere. So take it how it resonates. All right, Knight of Swords. Why is the Knight of Swords here? Why is the Knight of Swords here? Ace of Swords. This person wants to bring you some truth. They want to give you some clarity. And it may be that they want a commitment from you, okay? Or they want to be committed to you, okay? Others of you, they may already be committed, but they may be bringing you some type of action, some type of, this is two different action cards here with this Ace of Swords. This is a brand new ability to have clarity. And they may be very clear in how they communicate with you, very cutthroat, maybe very direct for some of you, and they may just be giving you this information. It also came with that Page of Wands, so it's not only clarity. Well, when it faces the Page of Wands, it's not only, and maybe they came to some clarity, some internal epiphanies that they've had, and they're like, oh my gosh, I need to take some action towards this person, being you. And this Page of Wands energy is almost like, it's almost like they can come in with this clarity and this ability to kind of give you some truth that you may have been needing, or their truth about a commitment. And you just see it as kind of, you see it as passionate and maybe just a little, like a small offer, because this Ace of Pentacles is here and it's reversed, but it's almost like I'm not sure you see the value in it. And you may not see the value in this person, and you may not recognize them. And if you don't recognize who they are, and if they are your twin and they come to you, it's very possible you don't listen to your intuition here about opening up to them and opening up to this connection. For some of you, it's that way. Or you're just trying to discern, some things about yourself too on a very spiritual path here that requires patience as well. But I do feel like possibly somebody there's an opportunity waiting for you, for someone around you. They want to offer you an opportunity. Whether you take it or not is up to you. Here, I don't show that you're very receptive to it for some of you, and there may be reasons why. It may have been because of children, and maybe you don't recognize who this person is to, or you're not sure. Okay. All right, let's see. Your fortune card, guys. Ooh, you have birth. I was talking about somebody being pregnant here, and that was just at the very beginning. I felt that. But it says universal energy brings you opportunity and possibility. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical birth. This could be an opportunity for you guys to grow, and maybe for you to figure out what this connection means to you. And this person, I believe, that wants to come towards you, they want a commitment. Okay, so they want to grow something with you, or you want to grow with them, or you both want to grow, because I feel that's very much the case here. Okay, wow, that's very interesting energy. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm going to go ahead and do the twin side here, and we'll get into it and see where they're at. So if I don't see you on that side, I will see you for your April videos. Take care.